Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to our Fluff Thoughts. Today we're doing it on the obvious that way. What's happened at TwitchCon with Emiru, and I'm guessing, this has been a day or two now, but I thought I'd just drop my 2 cents on it, or whatever the saying is. I like kind of talking things like this out because we have these chats all the time, whether it be in private chats or just in my head. And I thought, I'll just voice my opinions and throw a little video together. But if you're not in the know of what's happened, then here's basically what happened. If you want to read through it, I'm not going to read through it all, but yesterday there was a man who assaulted Emiru, who is arguably one of the largest creators on Twitch. She's streamed on there for numerous years. She's built up a massive following. I think you struggle to not know who Emiru is, even if you are not like Twitch. You've probably seen a clip of her or something. But there was a guy who basically walked across multiple barriers at TwitchCon, and even in front of other creators' meet and greets, which is just wild. Wasn't stopped at any point. Security just let him go, or just were too busy with their thumbs up their ass or some shit. But he grabbed her by the face and tries to kiss her. Luckily, he didn't. But it's just wild that this happened. Like, she goes on to say further down that she did want to take her own security, but he was banned because he grabbed someone else who was being weird last TwitchCon or whenever. And he was banned because he grabbed this guy and took him to the police or held him by the arm. Which I would understand if, they don't want any violence. No one wants any violence. But, I mean, these people are idiots, the scumbags. This guy isn't a fan. He's just a deranged human. Like, nobody should act like this. You're just a psycho if this is how you think you treat anyone. I get if he's, in fact, I don't get it. There's no situation where I understand why anyone would act like this. If he's her biggest fan, if he loves her, then you're a fucking idiot, mate. That's what you are. Thankfully, she's all okay. But as she goes on to say further down, she won't be attending the TwitchCon again. This is the last one. She's always been on and off them anyway, but she feels now that, just like some of her friends and other creators, they just don't feel safe there. And I don't blame them. Me, I'm a pinhead compared to them. I have no following compared to them. Obviously, I'm very thankful for the following I've got, but my following compared to someone like this, I get some weirdos at times that I think, oh God, I'm glad people don't know me. You know what I mean? And this guy doesn't know, or this guy's no way of ever meeting me. But it'd be just terrifying. I would never go, and I'm a guy. Like, if some guy tried to grab me, I'm gonna try and defend myself. I'm not saying that she's unable to do that, but the size of this guy compared to her, he's massive. So, and the guy could have done anything. He could have had a weapon. So, yeah. I mean, thankfully, he just tried to kiss her. I mean, that's obviously not thankfully, but, it's just, yeah, it's horrible what's happened. And Twitch massively dropped the ball. Also on this as well, Twitch obviously make a statement. She does say as well that, where is it? In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that's a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. In the clip, I'm not going to play it because no one wants to watch it, but you see the guy go up to her, grab him. This security guy eventually reacts and pushes the guy away, but then the guy's just left to walk away. No, someone should be on this guy, pinning him down until the police come. Like, it's just wild. And I understand there's fans there in the queue. I'm not saying it's anyone's responsibility because you don't know what he's got. Like, you have to look out for number one. And I've always said this. I had this conversation with my wife earlier. If anything like this ever happens, you can't go being the hero because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, just think of number one. Get yourself safe. So, it's not up to fans in the queue to go and protect anyone. The people who run the event, Twitch, should be putting on a good security and have enough people on so that anything does kick off, they can handle it. And they clearly don't. I mean, there's another clip going around on livestream fails. I can't find it, but you don't have to scroll through it for. This creator is at this gate trying to, like, swipe in with their wristband or something. And it doesn't work. It's not working. And the guy on the gate, who looks you know, no offense to the guy, but he doesn't look like he's really that bothered. And he's like, oh, I'll just go through. And he lets this girl and her cameraman just go through. Now, it doesn't matter if she's any creator. That's there for a reason, to keep track who's coming in and out. And who's not to say that they've just got a camera just to look like streamers. And the reason that wristband isn't working is because it's not a real one. But they're just left in, and it's like just little security things like that is wild. So the whole thing is just, it pretty much just shows how bad Twitch has ran at the minute. I mean, they can't even get things right with their own site, never mind run an event like this. And these are the people that they should be protecting the most, because a lot of these people, you know, could go anywhere else now. There's multiple platforms they could go to that will be looked after just as well as Twitch are, which in this case, not at all. But yeah, I just feel Twitch massively dropped the ball. They went on to make a statement and they got the old community notes, which I think is hilarious. I love it when anyone gets community noted. I just think it's funny. But yeah, it's really important to us that our creators enjoy their experience at TwitchCon and feel safe. Well, you failed to do that in this situation and in many others. So I think this is more or less the end of a lot of people's TwitchCon. I don't think a lot of creators will go, especially girls. If I was a girl creator, I would not go into TwitchCon. I would not, unless I could take my own security, like IShowSpeed has. He has the big guys with him. You know, anyone else, I don't really watch many big streamers. But I'm sure if like XQC went, or I don't know, I'm just spitballing random streamers. But if any like you know, big streamers went or whatever, I generally think that they would have their own security, or they'd be like, well, I'm not coming, especially after seeing this. So yeah, it's horrible that it's happened. Thankfully, everyone's good, and Twitch just needs to do better, and stop, you know, trying to make fake apologies. Apparently, Dan Clancy, or whoever it is, the guy who runs Twitch, was at a party that night as that had happened. So it's just wild. I get it. Yeah, people are allowed to, you know, go and celebrate or whatever, and, you know, celebrate an event that I'm sure a lot of stress has gone into. But when something like this happens, I think you have to kind of wake up and smell the roses and be more responsible as the boss of Twitch. Is he the boss of Twitch though? I don't know. But yeah, I just feel it's terrible, and they need to apologize to him massively. I think, honestly, I'm not really into this like suing culture. It's not really an English thing, but I would sue the fuck into Twitch if I was Emiru, because this guy could have done a lot more. Thankfully he didn't, but yeah, it's wild. Watching the video, it's scary, man. Seeing stuff like that, you know, thank God everyone's okay, and this guy hopefully is arrested and gets taught a lesson, because you can't be acting like this. So yeah, there's my 2 cents on it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know what you think of it, and yes, fucking do better, Twitch, you bastards.